Spurs leading by 6. Chandler Parsons coming over from Houston to Dallas, moving into a new scheme, a different scheme than he had with the Rockets. It was his first go-around with Coach Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, and it's not easy for a player to adjust to a coach, a new coach, or a new coach to adjust to a player. That takes some time. It's a two-way street. We know Parsons has it.
Oh, wow. It's a beautiful jam.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. To the paint, here's Pachulia, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Parsons attacking, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Pachulia the pass to Matthews. Fires the three, and that one's good.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
And some changes here for the Spurs. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. And it's Anderson in for Leonard. Dallas also making some changes. Anderson comes in for Jaja Pachulia. Devin Harris subbed in for Darren Williams. And they're moving it up. A three from Anderson. San Antonio with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Shots good by Mills.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs play, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
Parsons attacking, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Well, what a smart pass that time by Aldridge.
Mavericks trailed by 8. Parsons with it, picked up by Aldridge. Here's Harris, poked loose.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. The kick out to Matthews. Nobody near Parsons. Hits it from three-point range. Parsons got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Mavs. The 3 from Mills, but they'll get another chance. Fades away. Can't get it to go.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down the shot like that against that kind of defense. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Boris Diaz checked in for Aldridge. Martin comes in for Anderson. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills.
Wes Matthews, a hard-nosed player on the wing. Strong frame, and he really does put it to good use at both ends.
For three, Felton. Good work defensively by Ginobili. San Antonio leading by 4 and finished off by Martin.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Speaking of Matthews' strength, he really gets into you defensively.
Yeah, he wants to make you feel it. I mean, very physical. And offensively, he likes to post up and back down weaker, smaller defenders. I mean, you give him that mismatch, he will attack it with vigor.
And Ginobili with a clear path to the rack. And it's good. Ginobili's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well-coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
And he gets the bucket.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting it.
Here's Diaw, and no good trying to get that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Spurs lead by 13. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, so we'll see how much things change up here. Mills out there with Martin. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the center position. That's the San Antonio 5.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly but very efficiently.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Powell, that's good.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
Spurs leading by 15. Mills with it. Williams picks him up. It's deflected. They recover it. Martin from outside, and that one's good. Martin's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Williams kicks to Felton. One-on-one fast break. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Fires the 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Outside, Felton. Here's Williams. No good. Nice D from Duncan. San Antonio leading by 16. Mills can't hit.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Parsons slams it in.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Matthews, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Mavericks substitution. Wesley Matthews.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Mills with the steal. Looking to get back on track here. And he lays it up and in. And the Spurs lead by 16. Powell down low. He's covered by Leonard. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defenders.
Mavericks trail by 16. Williams kicks to Pachulia. Lets it go from deep. Mills with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
It's Williams with the drive. Duncan with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan. The Spurs making a switch here. Parker's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Powell. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. Parsons dishes to Matthews. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Duncan kicks to Green. Misses from short range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Nowitzki with it. Picked up by Aldridge. On its way from Parsons for 2. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. 24 points for Chandler Parsons. Spurs leading by 16. There's Green with the 3. Green missing again. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Parsons passes to Pachulia. Nowitzki for 3. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Green kicks to Aldridge. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Mavericks trail by 13. Here's Matthews. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The free throw drops for Duncan. And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw it in the playoffs last year. Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
Nowitzki drives in. Pass to Barea. Parsons outside. Wide open. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Parsons got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs. Here's Green. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Anderson, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Tony Parker. Open shot, Green finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Spurs lead by 10.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Here's Ginobili, and count it from 19 feet away. Parsons for 3. No good there. And so